So today I want to talk about how to better the Omugwo system in Nigeria. Okay, if you do not understand what the Omugwo system is, I'm going to do everything to see as much as possible to break this down for you and make you understand this step by step, right? Yes, usually we are supposed to have support system. We are supposed to have helping hands around us all the time. In the traditional African community, most men married into their family houses. So when you moved into a family house, you will see, if you visited a family house in most African homes, then traditionally several years ago, you will find a man, his wife, and his children, and also the wives and the children of his sons all living together in the same compound. So whenever any of those daughter-in-laws has a child and the rest, we have these older mothers who are around that will help in the upkeep, in the caregiving of the new mom and also the baby. And it is in this system and in this structure that we'll have the mentorship system, the training system of every new bride, of every new mom in the particular compound, the particular home, the particular family, learning the required skills necessary and important in taking care of a newborn baby. But of course, with that came the walking away from home, walking far away from home, and sons growing up and no longer living in their father's houses, sons growing up and looking for jobs outside their villages, outside their communities, outside their towns, and outside their cities. It was from there that the Omugwo system, I believe, evolved from and developed from. Now, the Omugwo system is when a bride or when a woman gives birth, right, her mother comes over to her house, comes over to her marriage to help her take care of the new baby, teach her how to handle the new baby, help her and support her with the domestic chores, and also cater to her own body, right? Now, the period for this was usually 6 months. After 6 months, the mother of that's the grandmom now, the mother of the new mom, the mother of the bride, leaves after 6 months so that the mother-in-law can come and take over. The whole idea is that for the first 1 year of every baby's life, that baby should have an experienced person, an experienced midwife, an experienced caregiver to attend to the baby, and then also attend to the baby's mother. So for 1 year, this particular period of caregiving is shared between the mother of the new mom and also the mother-in-law, right? So this particular system is what the Igbo people call Omugwo. So when you hear somebody say she's going for Omugwo, she went for Omugwo, or she's right now in Omugwo, it actually means that she has gone to take care of her grandchild, she has gone to take care of her daughter and her grandchild, or she has gone to take care of her daughter-in-law and her grandchild. But this is no longer feasible. We are talking about 2022, and many people are complaining that they are no longer enjoying this particular custom, this particular culture. And today I want to tell you the reasons why it's no longer so, and things you can do to better the situation, what you can do to adapt, right? Remember that traditions happen to adapt to peculiar times. So if one tradition is no longer working, if it's no longer relevant, what you're supposed to do is supposed to evolve to the new realities and see how you can adapt yourself and adapt the things around you to the present day realities of your life, right? Now, the family structures we have this day is a man, a wife, and his children. And most of the time, these kids are usually no more than 2, 3 civil servants, 4, 5. Very rare before you see families that are as big as 6 children. And these kids get to leave the house almost all at once because they go to school, they go for NYC, they get jobs outside their cities, outside their town, leaving their parents to be alone, to be living alone, having an empty nest, right? So when these children have a baby, the grandma has to leave to go and take care of them. But then who will grandma leave grandpa for? Grandpa does not have more than one wife. Grandpa does not have other children around who will take care of him, who will attend to domestic chores. Grandpa does not have concubines who will meet his sexual needs and who will handle all that different things. So it is very difficult for most of these men to allow their wives to go, just go for 6 months, go away for 6 months because you're taking care of another person's wife, another person's child, right? It's somehow, but then most men would not accept that. My father did not permit my mom to live for more than 2 weeks to take care of Akon when Akon was born, right? Because he too needed to be taken care of. He needed his wife. And before I started making this video, a man actually told me he has 3 sons, and he has 3 sons and a daughter, and he says that he cannot allow his wife to live for as much as 1 month. Like, hey, you're my wife, why will you just desert me and go for 6 months? So that's one of the problems and one of the challenges that this Omugwo system is facing. Another big issue out there is the fact that these days many of us are we have mothers who are still in civil service. Take for example, my mother is still in the civil service, so before she could even get permission from work for 2 weeks, it was after a month before she could get that test, after a month of Akon's arrival, right? And the same thing happens all around. So we have women who are still in civil service, we have women who are still in work, who have jobs in private corporations, who will not have sufficient leave to come and give their grandchild or to come and give their daughter or their daughter-in-law 6 months of care. 6 months of caregiving. It's not something that is naturally and ordinarily feasible for them, because most of the time most private organizations don't even give more than 1 month leave to their staff, right? So they are going to give you 1 month leave. You cannot take more than 1 month. The highest Omugwo you can go for is for 1 month. Not just that, even the mothers of these babies, sometimes don't get more than 2 months from their offices as maternity leave. They don't get more than 2 months of maternity leave. So if the mother is not getting up to 2 months of maternity leave, how will mother-in-law or grandma get more than 1 month? So these are some of the issues. One of the things that people have devised to deal with this particular situation, to handle this particular matter, is for them to whenever a grandchild is being expected, they just tell the expectant mother to move over to grandma's house. Just go over to your parents' place or go over to your in-laws' place, have the child there. The child is taken care of, you're taken care of, and by the time your leave is over, you come back and you resume, since grandma cannot move. That is actually one of the tricks that is being used right now in Nigeria. I do understand that in some foreign countries, in some Western countries, the government assigns a caregiver, a social worker that comes in every day for a period of time to attend to the mom and attend to the baby, to help out, right? Yes, on how to bathe the baby and all of that. Yes, some nations have developed that system and that structure to be able to care for their new moms and their newborn babies. But in Nigeria, unfortunately, we are yet to get there, so we still need to depend so much on grandma and depend so much on aunts. So what we advise is, in that situation, you move. Another thing that people do is to get a house help or get a maid that will also support in that period. This is where mentorship comes in. Many young people these days, you're going to get married someday, you have kids someday, and yet you are not doing anything to learn how to take care of kids, right? I mean, as early as 1998, I already knew how to wear a baby napkin with safety pins. We did not have diapers at that time, or diapers were not as common as it is right now, so I already knew how to use napkins and safety pins. Over the time, I had learned how to babysit, how to change diapers. I had volunteered in crèche, I had volunteered in daycare, I had volunteered in children's department in church. And so there was mentorship. So from 3 months, I was already bathing Akon. From 5 months, I remember Akon was on exclusive. Yes, we did exclusive for Akon and also for Killan. But from 5 months, I was already able to take my kids away with express milk, right? With express milk and attend to them. Where with express milk, although they were on exclusive. Because I had gone through a mentorship program. I've trained myself and I've learned. But today we have many young men and many young women who know that they are going to be fathers and they are going to be mothers tomorrow. They are 28 years old and they still don't know how to bathe a baby. They don't know how to change diapers. They don't know how to handle colic. And yet they have many people around them. They have many relatives who are having babies every now and then, who are having children every now and then. So one of the best ways to solve these issues for you to go and learn right now, if you're still single or you're married and you are yet to have babies. I remember a friend telling me today, still before I started making this video, that they are expecting a baby right now and they don't know what to do, because grandma on mother's side and grandma on father's side, both of them are working and would not get up to 1 month leave as their place of work for Omugwo. So we just need to adapt. So, and we still need to push for our government to provide care for new mothers and for baby. While we are pushing for the government to take up its own responsibility and handle it properly, we ourselves, you see how we can go for mentorship, we can go for training and develop ourselves in these things. Or better still, we just move to our parents' homes or move to our in-laws' homes for that first 1 month, that first 2 months, that first 3 months. Yes, I know that the Omugwo system has also destroyed many marriages, because some toxic mothers and some toxic mother-in-laws have come into some people's homes and some people's marriages and ruined it, right? And even including those that even had to go over to grandma's house or go over to grandpa's house, they have also had their marriage destroyed. Yes, we cannot ignore that reality that some have suffered that, but truth about it is that many have enjoyed from it. Many have enjoyed for it, and I think you should also enjoy for it. One of the things we did for us, one of the things we did for Akon, and we also did for Keyland, since we could not have our grandmothers coming to care for my wife and also care for Akon and care for Keyland, we had to plead and beg and arrange for a grandma in church to come over to the house and render the Omugwo services. Yes, so for us, we were blessed to have somebody like Mommy Omugwo be with us in the house for more than 1 month, doing all the massage for Vivian's body, helping with the beating of Akon, mentoring us, training us on how to handle different things and how to deal with different things. So you may not be close to home, you may not be able to have grandma coming over, you may not be able to move over to grandma's place, you may not have, you may not live in a community where the government provides social workers to attend to you. If you belong to a church and if you belong to any particular community, an association, maybe the association, your parapo, right, your village people association, your tribal people association, you could find somebody who from that particular community who would give you that assistance. But some of you said nobody knows in your church. You come to your church late and you leave before the grace. Or even if you come earlier and you leave, you don't relate to people, you don't talk with people, you don't build great relationship. How then would you find people that will help you? I don't know. But anyway, my name is Ellen. I'm alright. Thank you for watching tonight. I think I would have helped you to a large extent to help you preparing solutions to this and how you can handle it, especially if you guys are first-time dad, if you are a first-time dad or a first-time mom, or your baby, you're going to be receiving your baby, welcoming your baby through a cesarean session, right? So, and not vaginal delivery. So please, I believe I would have helped you. But if you need further help and you need direct one-on-one support, you can use the information on the screen or use the information showing the description to contact us, and we will attend to you. Do not forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and share this with your friends. You rock.